As always, they know nothing, absolutely nothing about this person, but for you at home and for our studio audience, here's who our guest is. Alrighty, okay, now we haven't even given you an object yet, Craig. I've got, where's Stan, the man? Hello, Stan, our floor manager. This is an object in here from our mystery guest. Look at me holding it like this. If you'd just like to take a look at that and tell us what you get, Craig.
Right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take it out so everyone else can see it too. And what I'm going to do is pick up the vibrations and what I'm feeling. And first of all, I mean, I've got to go straight into this. We're dealing with somebody, I wouldn't like to get in their way. I think they're very good with words. They do rush into quite a lot of things that they do, but they are good at their work. They're house proud. They like to get around lots. They like to go and see people, but at the same time, they would like to have their own privacy. So they shy away a little bit. So I'm going to just tune in a little more onto this as we're going along.
Let's go over to Robin then. Interesting so far.
I always want to bounce off my seat. This lady does everything large. She's a great advisor. She's a fountain of knowledge, almost a comedian, a politician type, extrovert, introvert. I've got strong work ethic, a social conscience. She needs no stage. Life is her stage.
Yeah.
And funny turn of phrase here, she's got word pictures. My goodness, she says it large.
What would you say profession-wise?
She's got to be some sort of actress, politician, writer, but an advisor of some kind.
Okay, well, 3 hours. Can we just have a look at the palm and how you've picked up all of that?
Well, here, the audience can see that thumb is very unusual. Not only is it cuts back, but it's very large and bulbous. In this case, this person is very opinionated.
Yeah.
But they're opinionated through knowledge and life patterns itself. And the next bit, which actually shows up, is the bit underneath the little finger. And underneath their little finger, lots of lines coming down, which indicate she's kind of like a Samaritan type. A person does great deeds, wants to get to social consciousness out there. And last of all, at the bottom, by her lifeline, there's a line coming off here at the very bottom, indicating she's either having a second bite at career now, which can be very well known, or she is married again, but she's married her work.
Okay, all right, quite a lot for us to get through there. I'm sure she or he will deal with you a little later, seeing as what you've just told us, Craig. Anything more from you?
Yeah, well, what I'm getting is they're a very good cook, but only if their heart's in it. The other thing I'm getting there is going to be a change, but she doesn't know whether to do it now or later. And I think the moment is now.
It is now.
Okay,
I believe that's the
Well, I'm looking forward to meeting this person. You both think this is she?
Oh, yes.
Going for that. We're going to take a break now, but we will be back to find out how right or how wrong these two guys were. So don't go away. See you shortly. Today's mystery guests. Before we bring them on, though, Craig, have you picked up on anything else?
I have. The two things I want to say is, one, this person will not like to spend too much time away from family, and their character changes once they get inside that car. And there'll be something interesting to ask.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, well, let's find out if both of you are right, as we welcome the singer and actress, Barbara Dickson. Hello. Nice to meet you.
Hello. Thank you. Hello.
Sit down.
Nice to meet you.
Hi. Now then, you were listening behind the stage.
I was.
There was a lot of stuff going on there.
Yes, the thing I thought was, a lot of it was very, very accurate indeed, but the thing about cooking was funny. Somebody said something about cooking. I hate cooking. I really hate it. I always want someone to make my supper.
That's right, but if you do it with all your heart. If you do it.
Well, I do it very reluctantly. I don't like it. But lots of things, I am hugely opinionated and could easily be a politician. Fortunately for everybody else, I'm not. But I do like words. I'm very interested in newspapers, information, news. I gather it up like a sponge. And I do enjoy that. And I have, ask my family, I'm always, you know, I'm bossy old cow. Really.
What about this car business, that your character changes shape once you're in a car? You're a car.
Does that sort of suggest that, does that suggest that I'm a bit cynical about my work? I'm not really.
No, but what I pick up is when you're inside the car, I hear the language. I can
what bad language?
Well, I can see you very like this inside the car.
No, I don't think so. Really? No.
I think she's workaholic.
I'm
I think
actually,
once she gets in there, she starts thinking about work.
Once the thing is, I've never wanted to give up working, although I'm fortunate enough to have a family. I've never wanted to give it up, but once I'm away from my work, I love being at home. So that was right. I love my home.
So there are just two things. Let me just
Yeah.
pick up on, Craig, coming from you. The car and the cooking. You know, you were quite specific on that. And normally when you're very specific, you're spot on. But it seems maybe not in this case.
Because
Cooking, not cooking. Maybe something else creating. I like my home and I like flower arranging and making things look lovely. I'm not house proud, but I like the beauty. I enjoy the beauty.
This is quite a mix, really, isn't it? So you're not house proud.
I'm not house proud at all, but I do like I like things to be beautiful. I'm mad about flowers and lovely things. No frills, but you know, nice things. That's what I enjoy.
Well, Craig, what?
Find
no, I mean, what I pick up and what I see is when you're cooking, to make a good dinner, to make a good meal for friends, family, you have to want to do it. It's
And
not
I
something you
never
wouldn't
do
want to do.
Are you a homemaker?
No, I don't. No, I'm not at all. Really.
No.
I am with my children. I love my children and I love my husband, but I'm not bothered
All right,
about.
so not
It's
so spot
it's
on.
the people.
All right,
With me, it's the people. But I don't like cooking, and everybody says you must. Like, if you love people, you must not want to cook for them.
You're like,
but
no.
I hate cooking.
Was there anything
Maybe
that
you should do a
surprised you?
cooking show.
Yeah, exactly. Learn how to do it.
Was there anything that surprised you the guys did get right?
Oh no, they were very good about certainly about the words, and that I am like two people. I'm definitely two people. I'm absolutely serious about my work and absolutely serious about my private life, and I never mix the two. I don't want anything in my private life that's to do with my work. I don't like people taking my picture for papers at home. I don't like that. But if I'm working, I will give everybody my 100% attention.
The world is your stage.
That's what I
Your
want.
world tour coming up?
Well, no, I wish there was to some extent.
Robin, you mentioned second bite at Korea.
Second bite Korea, and it looks as if the world is your stage, so you
How
will travel a lot
interesting.
now.
That's lovely.
It's right on the doorstep now.
But I
That's
also saw
very
the
kind of you,
career
thank you.
change
The
A career change.
Yeah.
coming up.
Wow, how lovely. You've no idea what it is, do you?
Do you
We're still
go?
large.
Because I know, Robin, that you are religious. How, as a religious person, does that influence your attitudes on how you maybe see people like Robin and Craig, who say that they can maybe tell more about your future from?
Not at all. I would never make a judgment about people's gifts, and these are obviously gifts. And I am a Christian, and I do go to church. But I see this as being a gift, you see. So I like it. I celebrate. If people can do something special, whatever that is, then I think that's a great thing to be able to do. And
Because in your profession as well, I mean, very superstitious. So would you sort of tie that in with something along the lines of psychic ability, or is that just something that is there?
Well, I think actually my profession, it's just superstitious, full stop. There's all sorts of superstitions, which it's almost like sailors in the old days. You just plug into the superstitions when you go into that sort of line of work. And there are all sorts of superstitions to do with the theatre, which I've never been confident enough to go in and say the Scottish play's name in a very loud voice in a theatre, because you would just offend everybody. So you have to be sensitive about the way people expect you to behave.
Any questions that you've got for the guys?
I'm just very interested in what you've said about me, and I think the palmistry is very, very interesting
It's
indeed.
your DNA program working.
It
in
is
your life.
great fun, isn't it?
And the antics you get up to, you actually quite funny sometimes. You do set people up a little.
Do I?
Yes,
My goodness,
You're
in
learning
what
a lot about
respect?
yourself today.
I know a great deal, yes.
Well, okay, well, we're going to have to leave it there. Not quite so spot on as we usually are today. Maybe you're more complex than we actually anticipate. But thank you so much for coming on. Been
It's
really
a
interesting.
pleasure.
Ladies and
Thank
gentlemen,
you.
Barbara
Nice to meet
Dickson.
you. Nice to meet you.
Thank
Thanks
you.
very much. Thank you.